say Taylor was a...
G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Taylor by Jack Johnson, which is an amazing acoustic track. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar, then sign up to GZ2H Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. For the basics of this song, you will just need your guitar in standard tuning and you won't need a capo. Fun little fact, Jack Johnson actually plays Cole Clark guitars. So if you look up any live performance, you'll see him using this guitar, which is the Cole Clark Fat Lady 2, which is an awesome guitar. Anyway, let's jump into the lesson. All right, so let's start with this intro, which is the funnest part to play. Now we're going to start with the upstroke, but it's just going to be a muted upstroke. So just have your finger hovering over the first fret of the 5th string, because we're going to need to be pushing that down in a sec. So start with the muted upstroke, and then hit that first fret with a downstroke and hammer on with your ring finger onto the 3rd fret. So, and then we're going to do a muted slap afterwards. So just rest your hands on the strings here, don't push down. And when you come down with the down strum, it'll just be muted. And then after that, we're going to do a down up mute. So, and then you're going to hit that first fret again and hammer on and pull off quickly, like that. And then go to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, back up to the 1st. So, and then the next run's quite quick. So it's 1st fret, then you're going to hit the 2nd fret of the 6th string, pull off to the 1st, and then hit the open 6th string. So that bar in total. And then for the next bar, we're going to go to the 1st fret of the 6th string and hit that twice. And then we're going to do that muted slap again and another down up. So for the final bar in this first line of tab, we're going to hit the 1st fret of the 6th string. And then you're going to hammer on 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Like that. Then 1st fret of the 5th string, 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then open 5th string. So, like that. And in total for the first line of tab. Then the first bar for the second line of tab is identical to what we had in the first line of tab. So, and then we're going to go to the 4th string, hit the 1st fret, hammer on to the 3rd, hammer on, pull off, then 3rd fret of the 5th, then 1st fret of the 4th, hit it, pull off to the open string, then 3rd fret of the 5th, hit it, pull off to the open 5th string, and then we end with the open 6th string. So that bar in total. And then the 3rd bar for the second line of tab is similar to what we had in the first line of tab. So 1st fret, 6th string twice, and then the mutes. And then this final bar, we're going to have that index finger barred across the 6th and 5th strings. Now you're going to hammer on from 1st to 3rd on the 6th string, and then go up on the 5th string. And this is all palm muted as well. So just put the fleshy bit of your palm right on the edge of the bridge when you're doing that. We're going to do that 3 times. And then you're going to hit the 1st fret of the 6th string twice. So that final bar. And in total for the second line of tab. For the 3rd line of tab, we're going to go to the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then a mute, then 3rd fret of the 4th string, and then pluck it again and slide up to the 5th fret. Pluck it another time on the 5th fret. So then we're going to go 3rd fret, hit that and pull off, hit the 2nd fret and pull off, then the 3rd fret of the 5th string and pull off. And so far for the first 2 bars. And then we're going to the 1st fret of the 6th string with 2 plucks. And then another mute. And then we're going to get into this position, which is effectively a F7. So pinky finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd, index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd, and then middle and ring finger on the 3rd frets of the 5th and 4th strings. Now we're going to hit that with an upstroke like that, and for that bar. And then we're going to do another mute, and so far. And then we're going to go to a C chord. We're going to strum this down, strum it down another time. Then your pinky finger is going to come onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, strum it down again. And then another up strum, but slide your pinky finger up to the 5th. So after that slide, we do one more up strum on this 5th fret. Then go back down to 3rd fret with a down, and then go down back to 1st with an up down. And then we go up, and with your middle finger, hit the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pull off, and then one more up strum. And then after that, we play an F major 7 and just strum it. And that's the end of the intro. So starting from that C. And in total for this intro. Next we get to the verse/chorus, which is really easy in principle, but to get it exactly the same as the actual recording is actually quite difficult. Now let's start with the basic chords. I'll teach you the easiest way of playing it first, and then we'll get to the more refined version. So for the easiest way of playing it, we have a C, a G, an A minor, and then an F. I like to play my F like this because it's just easier to transition between that and the C, but you can play a full bar chord F as well. So the easiest way of playing this with a simple strumming pattern is down, up, down, up for each chord. So the really simple way. Just like that. So that's the simplest way, but this is the way that Jack Johnson actually does it. So we're only going to focus on the 5th and 4th strings here, no matter what. And we're continuously doing it down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So let's start with our first chord, which is the C. We're going to focus on our first 4 down, up, down, ups. And what we're actually going to do as well is palm mute whilst we're doing these down, ups. So rest the fleshy bit of your palm lightly on the edge of the bridge, down too far in and nothing will ring out. So it needs to be right on the edge. You're only focusing on these 2 strings. So down, up. Now on the next down, what you're going to do is just actually lift your fingers and have them resting on the strings so you're not pushing anything down. So down, up, mute. And then you're going to lift everything, and on the next up, it's just open strings. So in total. And a bit faster. Now I'd suggest maybe just practicing on the C again and again till you get the groove. But essentially your picking hand is not changing anything. It's just continuously going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And your fretting hand's doing everything else. So first 4 plucks pushing down. And then on that muted strum, just lightly resting, but not pushing down. And then on the last up, down, up, you lift everything. So again, in total. That's it for the first chord, which is the C. For our next chord, which is based around a G, we're only going to need to push down our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So just those 2 strings again we're focusing on. Now remember, those last 3 strums are open effectively, like that. And then we go to an A minor for our 3rd bar. And again, we're just keeping the same picking pattern. And then finally our F, which is just the ring and pinky finger on the 3rd frets of the 5th and 4th strings. And once you chain all them together, this is what it sounds like. So there's a lot of subtleties there to really get it similar to what Jack Johnson's playing. So do just take it slow. But again, one more time. And a bit faster. Now that's basically played throughout the whole song. Now the only place where this will differ is in the outro. Now just before the outro we have 4 chords. So we have a C, and we're going to take this same shape and pull it up 2 frets. So let's call this our D. And then we're going to go and take this shape up another 3 frets. So we're going to go up to the 8th fret here with our ring finger. So we're going to call this an F, and then we go up another 2 frets. And we'll just call this a G. So you're just keeping the same shape up the whole time. Now we're gonna use a strumming pattern that goes down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. And the point at which you will change chords is on the highlighted strum. So the part just before the outro sounds like this. And that's just repeated through a few times, and then the outro is the same as the intro. And those are all the parts you need to learn for Taylor. So now I'll be playing through the song in its entirety, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. A big thanks to my friend Eric for lending his vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
They say Taylor was a good girl, never want to be late, complain, express ideas in her brain. Working on a night shift, passing out the tickets, you're gonna have to pay her if you wanna park here. Well, mama's still a dancer, it's quite a little secret, working on the streets now, never gonna keep it. Quite an imposition, and now she's only wishing that she would have listened to the words they said. Poor Taylor, she just wanders around, unaffected by the winter winds here. She'll pretend that she's somewhere else, so far and clear, about 2,000 miles from here. Peter Patrick, Peter Patter's on the window. The sun is silhouette, won't let him in. Poor old Pete's got nothing 'cause he's been falling. Somehow Sonny knows just where he's been. He thinks that singing on Sun is gonna save his soul. Now that Saturday's gone, sometimes it thinks that it's all his way, but I can see that his brake lights are wrong. be somewhere else, so far and clear, about 2,000 miles from here. Such a tough enchilada filled up with line to give you what you gotta give to get a dollar bill. Used to be a limber chick and time something to tick, and now she's finger licking to the man with the money in his pocket, flying in his rocket, and only stopping by on his way to a better world. Taylor finds a better world. Taylor's gonna run away.
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here, or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.